back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hey guys, so I'm here today to do a book review, and the book that I'm going to be talking about is Wolfsong by TJ Klune. Now, I really enjoyed this. I picked it up because I saw it in Waterstones just looking beautiful, and I thought, I need it. It's a TJ Klune book. It's gonna be good. And it was. I ended up giving this a 4.5 stars, a really solid 4.5. It's angsty, it's werewolf romance. It's not typically what I go for, but TJ Klune manages to get rompy romance, crazy, erotic, combined with fantasy right for me anyway. I really enjoy what he does with it. I tend to find his books work incredibly well on the humour for me, which is something that is very, you know, personal humour. Sometimes it works in books, sometimes it doesn't. TJ is an author whose humour works for me and for my partner, and we both really enjoy what he does, and we just have lots of fun kind of being in his worlds. And I think my partner will enjoy this. I've told him he needs to read it. He's been catching up on TJ's other works. But yeah, this is the start of a series, the Green Creek series. Now, this is a series that I think is fully complete, and I think it was all self-published originally, but Tor have picked it up and they are publishing, or republishing I should say, with nice new covers, the whole series. So this is the first one, just recently came out. I think the next one is due out in 2023 sometime. I'm not sure when. It seems to say the end of the year, which seems so long for a reprint, republish as a traditional book. I don't know. I hope it's sooner than that. I need the pretty editions, but I really, really like this. It follows a young boy who is called Ox. We follow him from when he's pretty young and his father leaves. This happened straight away, so it's not a spoiler, but his father leaves the family. His father was an alcoholic and kind of abusive to his mother as well, so it's not a good relationship, and he leaves, and Ox is a little bit of a slower child. He finds he processes things a little bit slower than other kids, and he kind of is a little bit of an outsider because of that. His dad's always kind of put him down a little bit and sort of said, you know, you're never really going to get anywhere. But in the end, Ox kind of wants to prove him wrong. And he does everything he can to support his mum, such as getting a job at the place his dad used to work and just living their lives. And as they do that, things are going okay. They live in a tiny village in the middle of nowhere. And eventually a new family moves in, and that family are a family of werewolves. I don't think that's a particular spoiler because the cover pretty much says that. But of course, this family have some secrets. He doesn't know they're werewolves at first, and it takes a little bit to uncover that. But yeah, it's pretty obvious. So there's a lot more than that as a twist and turn. The main characters are Joe and Ox, and they have a really deep friendship, but we also get to see Thomas and Elizabeth, who are the parents of Joe. They have a really lovely bond together, but Thomas and Joe also have a really lovely father-son bond, which I thought was great to see in a book. I also really enjoyed his siblings, who are called Kelly and Carter, I think. I might have forgotten the name, but they have a really, really lovely sort of brotherly love relationship, teasing, banter, that kind of thing. And I just think all of the relationships in this were really strong and beautifully done. And I enjoyed what he did. I will say this book is very angsty. Like, there is a lot of horny moments and angsty moments, and it's not necessarily going to tick everyone's boxes because of that. But if you go into it knowing that it is kind of a little bit extra on the angst and a little bit crazy, then you're probably going to really enjoy it. And I did really enjoy it. I consumed this in 3 days flat. I sat down, I started it without really intending to. I just thought, it's a TJ Klune book, it probably won't take me long. That's exactly what happened. It did not take me long. It took priority over everything else I was reading, and I read it in 3 days, in 3 evenings, and I just loved it. I stayed up late reading it, which is always a good sign when a book just hooks you in, and I definitely want to read the next one soon. It was left on a fairly major cliffhanger in that there is a kind of self-contained story within this, but the big bad is not necessarily resolved by the end, so there is more to come. become, which I really liked. And actually this particular book skips through an awful lot of years. We go right from when Ox was a child all the way up to when he's in his mid-20s, and we see how the town has changed, how he has changed, what he's learned and developed, friendships, relationships, things he never really thought he could have, he does end up having. And I really, really liked seeing not just the wolves and the angst and the fun, the playfulness, the adventure, but also the relationships changing and shifting. I like that everything is not just sunshine and rainbows in this. The relationships that are formed are not always straightforward. They are tested a lot, particularly Ox's relationships are tested. And I really liked sort of seeing how he handled that and seeing him grow and learn how to be a better person, how to be a friend and a leader for the people around him. I really liked all of that. So if you are interested in a book about angsty werewolves, but done by TJ Klune in an LGBT way, really fun, then this is probably one for you. My only real criticism of this, and it is something the author has since acknowledged, is that the diversity in it is pretty lacking. Basically there's none, it's all a load of white people. But other than that, I do enjoy this story. I think it's a lot of fun and I'm excited to see what the rest of the series brings when it comes out. I gave it 4.5 stars and I will certainly be picking up the rest once Tor publish them, or maybe even before then if I can't wait. Let me know in the comments, have you read this series or have you read other books by TJ? What do you think of him? Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye everyone!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.